Chiefs off-season moves. Bold predictions for 2025. The Kansas City Chiefs, coming off a heartbreaking 40-22 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59, are determined to reclaim their spot atop the NFL. Despite falling short of a historic three-peat, the Chiefs remain a powerhouse under the leadership of General Manager Brett Veach, head coach Andy Reid, and quarterback Patrick Mahomes. The 2025 offseason has been a busy one for Kansas City, with significant roster changes aimed at addressing weaknesses exposed in their Super Bowl defeat. This article recaps the Chiefs' key off-season moves, including additions, departures, and draft picks, and offers 5 bold predictions for how these changes will shape their performance in the 2025 season. Key off-season moves. Additions. Jalen Moore, LT, free agent signed from the San Francisco 49ers. Moore is expected to compete for the starting left tackle role. His addition addresses a critical need after the Chiefs' offensive line struggled to protect Mahomes in 2024, allowing him to be sacked more than in any prior season. Elijah Mitchell, RB, free agent, a former 49ers running back, Mitchell brings speed to a backfield that lacked explosiveness outside of Isaiah Pacheco. His injury history is a concern, but his potential as a change-of-pace back could elevate the run game. Christian Fulton, CB, free agent signed to a 2-year, $20 million deal. Fulton bolsters the secondary alongside Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. His versatility allows Kansas City to move McDuffie to the slot when needed. Gardner Minshew II, QB, free agent signed as Mahomes' backup. Minshew brings 46 career starts and experience facing the Chiefs, ensuring reliable depth at quarterback. Robert Tonyan, TE, free agent, a veteran tight end with experience from Green Bay and Minnesota. Tonyan adds depth behind Travis Kelce and Noah Gray. Josh Simmons, LT, draft pick selected 32nd overall from Ohio State, via trade with Philadelphia. Simmons is a high-upside tackle recovering from a torn patellar tendon. He'll compete with Moore for the starting left tackle job. Emeka Egbuka, WR, draft pick, a second-round pick from Ohio State. Egbuka's polished route running and reliable hands make him a potential WR2 opposite Xavier Worthy. Colston Loveland, TE, draft pick, a third-round pick from Michigan. Loveland's athleticism and pass-catching ability position him as a potential long-term successor to Kelce. Malik Mbao, G, draft pick, a third-round pick. Mbao's versatility and range make him a candidate to compete for a starting guard role or serve as depth. Zach Pickens, DT, draft pick, a fourth-round pick. Pickens adds size and gap-plugging ability to a defensive line in need of reinforcement. Ashton Hunter, RB, draft pick, a late-round pick from Auburn. Hunter's vision and balance fit Kansas City's committee approach at running back. Departures. Joe Thuney, G, traded. The Chiefs traded All-Pro guard Joe Thuney to the Chicago Bears, freeing up $16 million in cap space and acquiring a 2026 fourth-round pick. This move prioritized younger lineman Trey Smith, who was franchise-tagged. Justin Reed, S, free agent. Reed signed a $32 million deal with the New Orleans Saints. The Chiefs opted to rely on younger safeties like Brian Cook, Jaden Hicks, and Shamari Connor. Tershawn Wharton, DT, free agent. Wharton signed a 3-year, $45 million deal with Carolina after a career-best 8.5 sacks in 2024. His departure leaves a hole on the defensive line. DeAndre Hopkins, WR, free agent. Hopkins signed a 1-year, $5 to $6 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens, leaving Kansas City after a brief stint acquired via trade in 2024. Samaj Perine, RB, free agent. Perine is not expected to return, as the Chiefs prioritize Mitchell and Hunter in the backfield. Jody Fortson, TE, free agent. Injuries derailed Fortson's time in Kansas City, and he's unlikely to return in 2025. Peyton Hendershot, TE, free agent. Hendershot, a pass-catching option, is not expected to be re-signed after a minimal role in 2024. Returning players. Trey Smith, G, franchise tag. The Chiefs placed the franchise tag on Smith, ensuring the Pro Bowl guard remains for 2025. A long-term deal could lower his cap hit. Nick Bolton, LB, re-signed. Bolton signed a 3-year deal, remaining the heart of Steve Spagnuolo's defense. Marquise Hollywood Brown, WR, re-signed. Brown agreed to a 1-year deal to return, providing continuity at receiver. Juju Smith-Schuster, WR, re-signed. Smith-Schuster returns to add veteran presence to the receiving corps. Kareem Hunt, RB, re-signed. Hunt's inspired return in 2024 earned him another contract, though likely team-friendly. Travis Kelce, TE, Returning Kelce confirmed he'll play his 13th season in 2025, despite regression in 2024. His role may skew toward pass-heavy situations. Mike Caliendo, G. Tendered Caliendo returns as a reliable backup, likely competing for the starting left guard role vacated by Thuney. Matt Ariza, P. Tendered the punter with a booming leg returns after averaging 48.8 yards per punt in 2024. James Winchester, LS, re-signed the veteran long snapper returns for his 10th season, keeping the special teams unit intact. Salary cap and restructuring. The Chiefs began the offseason over the $279.2 million salary cap, but created space by restructuring the contracts of Mahomes, $66.258 million cap hit, and Chris Jones, freeing up $15.2 million. Trading Thuney added another $16 million, giving Kansas City approximately $12 million in cap space to work with. These moves allowed the Chiefs to retain key players like Smith and Bolton while adding targeted free agents. Bold predictions for 2025. 1. Josh Simmons wins the starting left tackle job and becomes a top 10 LT. The Chiefs' offensive line was a weak point in 2024, with Mahomes facing more sacks than ever. The addition of Jalen Moore and first-round pick Josh Simmons sets up a high-stakes competition at left tackle. Despite Simmons' recovery from a torn patellar tendon, his elite athleticism, 4.9-second 40-yard dash, and technical prowess at Ohio State make him the favorite. By week 1, Simmons will claim the starting role and, with Reid's coaching, develop into a top 10 left tackle by Pro Football Focus, PFF metrics, allowing fewer than 3.0 sacks and earning a pass-blocking grade above 80.0. This stabilizes the line, giving Mahomes the protection he needs to return to his 2018 to 2020 passing form, 5,000 plus yards. 2. Noah Gray outproduces Travis Kelce as TE1. Travis Kelce, at 36, is returning for 2025 but showed signs of regression in 2024, posting his worst statistical season since becoming a starter. With his snaps potentially limited to pass-heavy situations, Noah Gray, now in his 5th year, will step up as the primary tight end. Gray's familiarity with Reid's system and chemistry with Mahomes will lead to a breakout season, 80-plus receptions, 900-plus yards, and 6-plus touchdowns. Kelce will remain a red zone threat and leader, but Gray's emergence as a reliable target will ease the transition at the position. Third-round pick Colston Loveland will also contribute, catching 30 to 40 passes as a rookie. 3. The Chiefs' receiving core, led by Xavier Worthy and Emeka Egbuka, hits 500-plus yards. The departure of DeAndre Hopkins and uncertainty around other receivers, e.g., Rashee Rice's legal issues, put pressure on Kansas City's young pass catchers. Xavier Worthy, a 2024 first-rounder, and rookie Emeka Egbuka will form a dynamic duo, combining for 2,000-plus yards. Worthy's speed, 4.21-second 40, will stretch defenses, while Egbuka's precise routes will exploit underneath coverage. Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster will add 1,000-plus combined yards, and the tight end trio, Gray, Kelce, Loveland, will contribute another 500-plus. The revamped receiving core, fueled by Mahomes' playmaking, will total 500-plus receiving yards, silencing concerns about the post-Hopkins passing game. 4. Elijah Mitchell and Ashton Hunter form a 1,500-yard rushing tandem. Isaiah Pacheco has been the Chiefs' lead back, but his physical running style raises durability concerns. The additions of Elijah Mitchell and rookie Ashton Hunter create a potent committee. Mitchell's speed, 4.35-second 40, and Hunter's vision will complement Pacheco, with Kareem Hunt handling short yardage duties. Mitchell and Hunter will combine for 500-plus rushing yards, with Mitchell leading at 800 to 900 yards and Hunter adding 600 to 700. This balanced attack will reduce Mahomes' burden, helping the Chiefs control game tempo and improve their 2024 run game ranking, 18th in yards per game. 5. The Chiefs return to the Super Bowl with a top 5 defense. Steve Spagnuolo's defense has been a strength, ranking top 10 in points allowed in 2024. Despite losing Justin Reid and Tershawn Wharton, the additions of Christian Fulton and Zach Pickens, along with young talent like Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson, and Nick Bolton, will elevate the unit. The Chiefs will rank top 5 in defensive DVOA, defense-adjusted value over average, with Chris Jones and George Karlaftis combining for 20-plus sacks and the secondary forcing 18-plus turnovers. This defensive prowess, paired with an improved offensive line and run game, will propel Kansas City to a 13-4 record, the AFC's #1 seed, and a return to Super Bowl 60.